The writer's strike is on, and as long as it's going on, it's probably going to be the number one story. And its impact is only going to start getting felt more and more and more. We talked on the show the other day that the thing with the writer's strike is we're not going to wake up in the morning and have the lights not turn on. You're not going to feel, we as fans will not feel the effects of the writer's strike immediately. It's going to be as time starts to go on, we're going to feel it more and more. For example, several shows that we know that are already like written and in the can. House of the Dragon season 2. They got all their scripts completely written. They're done. They're ready to go. Other shows like Never Have I Ever. By the way, if you have not watched Never Have I Ever.
So good.
I'm a little bit biased. A friend of mine works on that show. But I think you met Lauren Spencer, didn't you? I think, anyway, but a friend of mine works on that show. It's so charming. It is way more charming than I ever thought it would be, but it's great. So shows like that, scripts done, already, production rolling, all that kind of stuff, they're safe. But some new reports have been coming out about shows that aren't already done, but are the ones that actually are getting delayed and bumped as a result of the writer's strike already, because they were either getting ready to go into development or they were already in the middle of development. Some of the ones are this, like right at the top, the most obvious one is Saturday Night Live. Because Saturday Night Live is one that, it's like literally written week to week. So we knew about that one, and the late night talk shows, like, because those get literally written day by day. By the way, what's his name? Myers, the late night host. Seth Meyers, right? He put out a great statement the other day about the writers. He said,
"Who needs them?"
He said, "Who needs them?" But he said, it's not that everybody deserves to work in this business. But if you are working in this business, you deserve to earn a fair compensation, right? He said that. So the late night shows, they're already been affected. But some of y'all's favorite shows, the stories out of the Deadline and out of Variety that are now on hold. Yellowjackets. Apparently that one was big. They literally started the writer's room for the next season of Yellowjackets, and the next day the strike happened. So that got shut down. Stranger Things is apparently now in hiatus, as in development hiatus, as they were not ready for the next season. So they're on hold. Severance, which is spectacular show. Good. Now there are reports coming out that it was having problems anyway, but now that the writer's strike has happened, according to the reports, that one shut down. Cobra Kai. I don't watch Cobra Kai. Don't know why any of you do. But apparently a lot of you do, and a lot of you like it.
And will be heartbroken.
My wife loves this show.
Yeah.
But apparently even Cobra Kai is now, it's good. This is going to get delayed. This is going to get hurt as a result of the thing. Abbott Elementary, which was the first network comedy show to win the Emmy for best comedy in like how many years? Was it like 12 years or something like that? It was something crazy like that. The first network show to win, but Abbott Elementary. Good Omens, which a lot of people like. Their writer's room has now been shut down. Wow. Big Mouth have been shut down, and over 21 other shows. Now, again, since Yellowjackets, the next season wasn't supposed to come out tomorrow, and Stranger Things wasn't supposed to come out tomorrow, and Severance wasn't supposed to come out tomorrow, and Cobra Kai was supposed to come out tomorrow. Again, we're not going to feel it right now. But as more and more time drags on, we're going to start to notice it, and we're going to start to feel it more and more. And listen, I just really hope these producers, these writers, the unions, the representation, that they can just get on the same page here quick. Because listen, all this can be saved. I mean, if they can come to an agreement within the next couple of weeks, they'll almost be able to get this completely back to smooth sailing, other than things like the late night talk shows and Saturday Night Live. Those we're feeling already. But if they can get this settled relatively soon, everything could be okay. I just hope they do. Anyway, Chris, as somebody with a bit of a dog in this hunt, because your union is now beginning in negotiations with the producers as well. You guys have been paying very close attention to what goes on with the writers union. A lot of you guys are standing in solidarity with the writers. You see this list of shows, you know it's just going to grow up. What do you think about this list, and how optimistic would you be that maybe we could see this brought to a conclusion in the next couple of weeks maybe?
I feel like what's so frustrating here is that there was no negotiation, really, at the end of the day here. Right. It was just no. There was no meeting of the minds here. It was just constant no's about just making things more transparent. Hey, you guys do, in fact, know how to track your streaming numbers. There is absolutely a clear way to do residuals and find these numbers. Nope, there's no way. There's no way for us to know how many numbers, like how many people are watching these shows.
And we know that's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a bold-faced lie. That's absolutely bonkers. Hey, we really don't want these mini rooms where we're taking advantage of these writers. Nah, too bad. Hey, we really don't want to do these things where we are writing 8 to 10 episodes of a show that never even gets into the pre-production stage past writing and you guys immediately cancel it. No, there's all these things that really don't make sense to me. A friend of mine struck up a conversation at the dog park with somebody this week, and their staff writer for one of those Emmy Award nominated shows on this list you just showed. And they also work at a Regal movie theater.
Wow.
And there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having multiple jobs. I have multiple jobs. But I think the idea, and I really want this to get out there to our viewers too, is this is not a gilded goose kind of job. When you are a staff writer, you are still working to make ends meet. And the thing that's really, really sad to me is that this has become a gig job. I've brought this up before. And it shouldn't be. It really, really shouldn't be. It should be something that is treated with a bit more respect. This money is just going to executives. I read this great quote this week, and I'm going to butcher it, but someone was talking about writers give you the stories you like. They gave you The Bear. They gave you Succession. They gave you all these great things. You know what executives gave you? Quibi. All right? Collider just put out an article talking about the potential loss of the writer's strike already just 2 days in. And from the stock market drops, you were talking about this off camera earlier about some of these stocks, right? And I defer to Jonathan on so much of this, but they're already estimating this potential $10 billion loss when all of the things the writers are asking for would equate to maybe under $430 million.
I think they say a $470 something million dollars in total.
In total for the thousands of guild members. It's bad business. You don't treat your employees like dog shit, because then after a while you realize, hey, there's way more of us than you, and you rise up from it. So I'm really hoping that hurting them where this really hurts, in their, in their wallets, in their purse strings, does something. But I remember that 2007 strike, and we lost some really, really fantastic shows that just kind of went wayward because they had one season in and they didn't get to pick up again. We lost Pushing Daisies and things like that. Really, really fun, innovative, cool shows.
Heroes fell off the cliff.
Heroes got so wacky after all that. So I really, really hope that they make these changes because they need to. It's the most basic asks. And I keep reiterating this just because going through the comments sometimes, you guys, I really just hope you grasp that this isn't people asking for buckets of money. It's asking for living wages.
To your story about the person in the dog park.
Yeah.
Back when I hired Taylor to be my assistant, a staff writer of a network TV show was one of the people who applied for my assistant job. And ultimately, I couldn't hire them because I didn't know what their schedule was going to be.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't commit to a certain schedule.
They're free now.
But what's that?
They're free now.
Yeah, they're free now. They got some free time now. So anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The writer's strike is already having a big impact on several major shows. Cobra Kai, Severance, Yellowjackets, Stranger Things, Avatar, on and on and on. We're going to start to feel it more as things go on. How are you feeling about this? Do you have any optimism? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's show, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. When the spring sunshine is calling your name, don't call for takeout. Get HelloFresh instead. Their quick and easy meals make feeding the family and yourself a cinch, and without the high price tag. Their new fast and fresh options are ready in just 15 minutes or less. And guys, don't worry about it if you're not exactly a pro in the kitchen. HelloFresh's foolproof recipes arrive pre-portioned and easy to prepare in just a few steps. You guys know Ann and I have been using HelloFresh for a long time now, and we absolutely love it. Both of us being working professionals, it's often difficult for us to find time to make dinner together. But with HelloFresh, it's easy, it's fun, and it's absolutely delicious. So go to HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the code Campea16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/Campea16 using the promo code for 16 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.